It's Sunday, December 3rd, 2023. It's 2:23 p.m., 52 degrees Fahrenheit. We're doing a tour of the St. Louis Hills neighborhood in St. Louis, one of 79 neighborhoods in the city of St. Louis. And we're starting here at Ted Drewes, here on Chippewa. This opened in 1941. It's now their main location. They have another one on South Grand that opened in 1931 before this. It's frozen custard. It's outstanding. This is part of the old Route 66 right here that went all the way from Chicago and through here all the way to Los Angeles. This was part of it right here.
Yep. I'm gonna go home now. Okay. This one.
And they have Christmas trees here as well. They've been selling those for years also. And their gift shop. There's their birthday cake from 2014 when St. Louis turned 250. And here's an Arby's on Chippewa. Also, we are 9 miles from the Gateway Arch. Francis Park Dentistry. We'll get to Francis Park, named after the old mayor of St. Louis and governor of Missouri. And we have a Lion's Choice here, so you have your choice of roast beef. Arby's or Lion's Choice. And there's a Starbucks here on the corner of Chippewa and Lansdowne. Together Credit Union. And here's the fire station. And the Meridian Masonic Temple. And this is the neighborhood we're in, St. Louis Hills. And here's the Hofmeister Mortuary here in St. Louis Hills. And there's an IHOP next to that. And an animal hospital since 1949. Okay, and we're approaching Hampton and Chippewa. This is Target here. They actually have a parking garage. Oh, this is the Target at Hampton and Chippewa here. It has moved locations. And this is their parking lot out front. The Hampton Village Shopping Center is across the street. So again, here's Target here in St. Louis Hills. And there's a Bank of America here next to that. And this is Sutherland right here in Hampton. And it's one of the branches of the St. Louis Library. Now this was a city one, but the city and the county have merged now, so you can go to either one of them. And on Sutherland right here, just down a block is where my grandmother lived. And she used to take us to Target. Now the location has changed slightly. This is a newer building here, but we used to go to Target and eat. We'd walk right down the street here on Sutherland to Target. Bono's over there is actually not in St. Louis Hills technically, but that's a heck of a place. They got some great pizza there. There's a barber shop here on Hampton. And a bakery. Here's Southside Wine and Spirits. And this restaurant here has Nepalese and Indian cuisine. And it's a St. Louis Pizza and Wings. And it's Pueblo Solis, a Mexican restaurant. The Dunn Department print shop. And we made it to Eichelberger in Hampton here. There's a Dairy Queen here on the corner and Dado's Cafe and Bar. Now we're going to cut out here on Eichelberger and we're going to head right over here to DuBourg High School, where my mom and dad both went. My dad graduated in '60 and my mom '61. And my godparents both went here as well. They're best friends. Rex Sinquefield went here. He graduated in '62. When he was a kid, he was at the St. Vincent Orphanage, which is also where my godfather was, so he probably knew him. Rex Sinquefield started the first S&P 500 index fund in 1973. He donated $50 million to St. Louis University, his alma mater. He's a big chess advocate.
My uncle and my...
He brought the World Chess Hall of Fame to St. Louis. Also, Jack Dorsey went here. He's one of the co-founders of Twitter. This is a picture of him with President Obama at the White House. This is a picture of him with President Trump at the White House. Jack Dorsey graduated in 1995. Also, Jeannie Flynn Leavitt went here. She graduated in 1985. She was the U.S. Air Force's first female fighter pilot in 1993. In 1998, she was the first female fighter pilot to graduate Air Force Weapons School. And in 2001, she was the first female instructor. She was the first woman to command a combat fighter wing. And she became a major general. More recently, she was the chief of safety of the U.S. Air Force. Norbert Leo Butz also graduated here in 1985. He was an actor and singer on Broadway. Won a Tony Award for Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. And he won another Tony Award for Catch Me If You Can. He was in Rent, Thou Shalt Not, and many other TV and movies with other great actors. That's Norbert Leo Butz. And he also went to Webster University in Webster Groves. Ken Page also went here, graduated in 1973, another actor and singer. He went to Fontbonne in Clayton. He's the voice of Oogie Boogie in The Nightmare Before Christmas. And he's been in many Broadway and off-Broadway shows. He acted at the Muni many times here in St. Louis and has been in many TV shows and movies. And Steve Frank went here. He graduated in 1966. He won 2 national championships in soccer at St. Louis University in 1967 and 1969. And they won a state championship here in soccer in 1964. And they also won 2 state championships in girls volleyball in the late 90s and 1 in baseball in 2010. Here is Hope United Church of Christ. And we've made it over here to Francis Park. David Francis had his farmland here and donated this land to the city, and we got Francis Park. He's the only person to be the mayor of St. Louis and then the governor of Missouri. And we got a lot of activity out here today. People walking, we got tennis, all kinds of stuff on this nice day. And we have pickleball over here. And here's the statue of David Francis here at Francis Park in St. Louis Hills. That's David Roland Francis, the only person to be mayor of St. Louis and then the governor of Missouri. His farmland was here, which he donated to the city. He promoted the 1904 World's Fair and was president of the Louisiana Purchase Exposition, which is what it was called. He was Secretary of the Interior. He also has a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame. Francis Field at Washington University is named after him. It's also where the 1904 Olympic Games were, which coincided with the World's Fair. It's a handball court. Here's Francine the Mermaid sculpture. And here's St. Gabriel the Archangel Church and School. And this is Ascension Lutheran Church. And this is Word of Life Lutheran School. Okay, here on Childress, this is where Stan the Man Musial lived, right here, from 1948 to 1955. Right here on Childress in St. Louis Hills. He has not one, but two statues in front of Busch Stadium. He received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2010. Stan Musial Veterans Memorial Bridge in North City is named after him. And he has a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame. Then Stan the Man Musial moved down the street here on Westway, 6451 Westway. And he lived here from 1955 to 1965. Stan the Man Musial, one of the all-time greats. And this is St. Raphael the Archangel. This is where Stan the Man started going to church. He's Roman Catholic. He did go to St. Gabriel, which I showed you earlier, and then he switched over to this church because it was closer. And the school is over here. This is Busch Middle School of Character right here. It is a public school, but a magnet school, so it has a slightly different curriculum. And here's the field at Busch Middle School. Hey, this is Nottingham Community Access and Job Training High School. And this is St. Thomas the Apostle Romanian Orthodox Church. This is the Trinity Assembly of God Church. This is the St. Louis Hills Donut Shop. They're only open on the weekend mornings. And we're at Willmore Park, named after Cyrus Crane Willmore. And this is a really nice park here. In the summertime, they have a lot of leagues with softball. There's people all around here. They have pickleball courts here and tennis down there. I've played tennis here before. So St. Louis Hills is one of the newer neighborhoods in St. Louis. It really wasn't developed until the 1930s. Some of it not even until the 1940s or 1950s. And Cyrus Crane Willmore, he's an Englishman. He was born here in the United States. He came to St. Louis in 1912 and worked for a realty company for about 10 years and then started his own. And he donated this land, which is why it's named after him, and he was the real visionary for St. Louis Hills. Some of the names in St. Louis Hills are English names because of his ancestry. And that's River de Pere next to Willmore Park here, which the Mississippi River backs into. So this is a really nice big park here, Willmore Park. And very popular in the summer for sports and different groups and a gathering spot. So Willmore's vision was largely accomplished with businesses around the main streets and a lot of big residential areas in the middle and churches. And over on the other side of River de Pere is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints right here. And there's a lot of apartments and townhomes over on this side of River de Pere. And here's some more. Now we're going to continue on with the Christmas lights back in the heart of St. Louis Hills, which this neighborhood is famous for. And we're getting into the Christmas lights that this neighborhood is known for. Now, this is Snowflake Street here. And there's also Angel Avenue and Candy Cane Lane. That's the main one. So they're starting to expand out a bit. There's a party bus going by.
Look out for this.
You like that? Oh, that was so pretty.
Not really.
Hey, Addie, hey, put your eyes on something. Hey, who loves minute John?
Super cool.
There's another party bus going by.